How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we come together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build that positive mindset. My name is Henry, and I'm so thankful to have each and every one of you here today because this is going to be a powerful, positive mindset episode. If you need that frequency, that mental clarity to get you in a position where you find the good in everything in your life, this is going to be the episode for you. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So you can pick a word, be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, you're going to say that word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. Well, we're going to take another deep breath. This one is about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive state. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. So before we get started, if you enjoy this message or you find something in it that means something to you, if you're on Spotify, you can leave a comment below. Not only does it help me know what you think of the episode, but it also might encourage somebody else to give it a listen. So I appreciate it if you're able to do that. Also, I want to make this the #1 mindset podcast in the world, and the best way to do that is with your help. So if something resonates with you and you feel like it would be helpful to somebody else, if you share it, it will mean so much to me. So thank you so much for your support, and let's dive into this message. So there's certain frequencies in our mind or thought patterns or beliefs that we have that really affect how we experience the world. You see, the world is not as it is. The world is as you are. What that means is everything is really existing on this planet at once. What you receive is based on your perception of the world. So if you want to change the world or your experience in it, you get to change yourself. And so one of the thoughts, or one of the many thoughts that I've been running through my mind lately to become the version of me that I want to become is this: where is my opportunity? You see, if in the back of your mind, constantly there was a record on repeat that says, where is my opportunity? You will then constantly be looking for an opportunity. Now, of course, you want to have your positive future self vision so that way you know what it is that you're trying to build. I know who I want to be. I know how I want to look. I know what I want to have. And most importantly, I know how I want to feel and make others feel. You see, I have that vision in mind. So when I go through life and I'm constantly in the back of my mind saying, where's the opportunity? It doesn't matter what happens externally. No matter how extreme, bad, or painful the situation is, I am looking for the opportunity. Imagine that power within you. That no matter what happened, your eyes, your mind, your reception would find the silver lining in every situation. You would be able to handle difficult things externally and internally. Maybe you're dealing with anxiety, maybe you're dealing with depression, maybe you're dealing with hard situations external like finance, the economy, jobs, people around you. If Your perception always looked for the silver lining, always looked for the opportunity for your growth. You see, it's not material opportunity necessarily, it's your growth opportunity. If your mind defaulted into that state, you would constantly see the good in every situation. The more you see the good in every situation, the more you're able to elevate self. Because there's only so much good in relevance to you, but there's an infinite amount of good and love and relevance to the entirety of everything. You see, when something bad happens to you, you can see it as something negative to you. But if you're someone that's always on the path of growth, if you're someone that's trying to level up their energy, then even the negative things have silver lining. So you see, the pain that you grow through becomes somebody else's healing story. The hurt, the trauma, the difficulty, the struggle, all of those that you go through, if you actually grow, if you actually reflect, if you actually look for the opportunity within it, you will find that the person you become on the other end is able to positively impact and support others. So even the bad is good when you raise your perspective enough to where it's not about self. When self is released and you're in just that flow of always connecting to good energy, you realize how powerful you are. Imagine going through any situation, like just close your eyes and imagine you handling every situation, no matter what it is, and still receiving the good while you march through the difficult. While you march through the pain, while you truck through the difficult things, you receive the good and you learn from the hard. You learn from the negative. You learn from the pain, but you only receive the good. That's why I love the saying, where's my opportunity? You can change it in different ways that resonate with you. It could be, where's the growth? Where's the lesson? Where's the abundance? Where's the path? Whatever it is that you want to put in your mind, put that energy in it so that you exist in that energy. So many people get stuck into the what's going to happen next? How does this affect me? What's in it for me? Not because they're bad people, but because we haven't put attention to our thought patterns. Initially, we all operate in ego until we understand that we're more than self. And that can come at any point in life, and you're not better for understanding it early, and you're not worse for understanding it late. Because the body, this earthly experience, is just an experience. So your age truly doesn't matter. It's your energy and the state it is today. Everything that's happened previous to this moment can be lessons for you. They are not consequences to you. They are not things you deserve. They are not you. They are lessons for you. You get to decide the energy that you get to be going forward. I've talked about this a lot lately, but the choice is yours. You get to choose. So choose thoughts, choose frequencies that lift you up. It's going to feel manual at first. It's not going to be one of those things where you just start thinking in a different way for a week and everything's better. It's going to take a while. It's going to take you doing it during the hard times before you start to believe. See, a lot of times when we make some mental shifts, when we go on that diet, when we start exercising, when we start thinking in a different way, when we start putting ourselves around positive people, we feel good initially because there's that momentum, that excitement about what you're doing. But that fades. It's like a new relationship when everything's so sparkly and warm. Eventually that newness wears off. So when the newness wears off, it becomes difficult. You have to then choose to do it when you don't want to. You have to then choose to do it when there's no result from it. You have to then choose to do it when nobody's noticing. You have to then choose to do it when you don't want to do it. You see, that's what starts happening. And that's where most people give up because they think, oh, maybe these thought patterns don't work. Maybe this exercise routine is not the right one for me. Maybe this diet is not the right one for me. Maybe these people aren't the right people for me because you stopped feeling the result. It's never the result that does anything for us. It's our worth in the work. When you start doing something and you feel good, that's great. But if you only do it because you feel good, then you're just doing it conditionally. When you start practicing the right thought patterns, when you start practicing the right actions in alignment with higher self, meaning the version of you that you've created, thinking like them in your I am statements, acting like them in your actions based on your thoughts. When you don't want to do it, whether that's for a month, 2 months, 3 months, a year, 2 years, when you do it then, even though you don't want to do it, that's when it becomes a belief about yourself, where you know that you will do this regardless. Until you're no longer breathing, you know you will do these things. If you have a positive belief about yourself, that's truth, because you know you'll do it, then you start to receive. But what you receive is the energy, not the result. The results can happen with or without belief. It's the energy that you need. You need to get to the point to where you feel good and you will do it regardless of external. You need to get to the point where you will do it because it's who you are, not because of what you want. That's why mindset's so important. Where's your opportunity? Where's your growth? Where's the lesson for you? Put that energy within you and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a positive perspective on whatever it is that you're going through. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook group, all down below. And if you listen to this episode and you're ready to make that shift, you want to change the thought patterns in your mind, you want to see the world in a different light, you want to understand how the world can happen for you, this is what I do. I'm a mindset coach. I help people build that positive mindset so they can create the version of them that they want to become and then build it within them each and every week. If you want more information, you can reach out to me via Instagram, or there's a link down below. If you fill that out, I will reach out to you directly and we can talk about how a program can be perfect for you. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.